Yellowstone star Forrie J has a warning in the lead up to the U.S. presidential election happening tomorrow. In recent weeks, we've heard from numerous musicians calling for peace and respect for each other's political views, including a recent video from Kid Rock, where he commended Eminem for sharing his beliefs, even if he didn't personally agree.
Now that I have your attention, I love Eminem. We've been friends for many years. I don't agree with his politics, but I do give credit to him and people like Taylor Swift for standing up and not being afraid to be vocal for that in which they believe. Thinking differently and having the freedom to do so is what makes this country great. My stance is unequivocally MAGA, because I know in my heart, mind, body, and soul that President Trump will make America great again. God bless the USA.
And of course, Eminem himself even responded to Kid Rock, thanking him for the kind words and pointing out they have common ground. Both are fans of the Detroit Lions. And even Chris Stapleton weighed in on the upcoming election in a recent interview. He was asked who he would be voting for, and he pointed out that he feels some artists don't need to share their political views, and instead should keep it focused on the music. And in a new interview with Glenn Beck, Yellowstone star Forrie J. says he's very concerned about the aftermath of the upcoming election and calls for peace. He notes that American adversaries would want nothing more than Americans to be divided internally. He told Glenn Beck, "I'm really scared of what's going to happen during the election, after the election, I should say. There's I get around the country a lot more than I used to, and I'm meeting a lot of people, and I talk to them about voting, and they're like, I ain't voting anymore. I'm just buying more bullets, You gotta vote. You gotta vote." I just did a deal at the college in Socorro on Monday, registering kids to vote and telling them, you sign up any way you want. You're here, gonna vote. But 8 out of 10 of them were red. So this starting to wake up people, especially in Texas. I lived here in the 80s, and Texas should succeed, and about half of them are serious. And so there's a lot of talk all around the country about, who's just going to break away or have a civil war. Are you out of your mind? You don't have any idea. You don't want that. No. If it comes to that, it comes to that. But don't root for that. I buy more bullets. Did you vote? Because you don't want a civil war. No. Of course, Forrie J. has been more and more outspoken in recent years. Earlier this year, in March, he says he was kicked off of a flight in Houston after refusing to sit next to another passenger who was wearing a mask.
My social media people tell me that you like me face to face. But you know what? I can't say face to face what I want. Like, I just got kicked off a plane in, where the hell am I at? Houston, Texas. Because I told them that I didn't feel comfortable sitting next to somebody with a mask on. Yeah, I've been drinking. I've been sitting in the airport for 3 hours. Yeah, I'm drinking. I ain't drunk. But they throw me off the plane because I'm drunk. Because you people won't stand up and tell everybody what bullshit this is. I just told them I didn't feel comfortable about sitting next to somebody that had to wear a mask. And I'm off the plane.
And Forrie J. will also be returning to Yellowstone when it finally comes back on the air for Season 5, Part 2, happening November 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Paramount Network. That's your latest update from CountryCast. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.